Broadcasting Network. Support MBN, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, and shop with us over at Montalvo Store. Go to ebay.com and search in the advanced search. Type in Montalvo Store. Now support Montalvo Broadcasting Network. We have a wide array of books on conspiracy, apparel, and much more. Support your favorite radio station, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, by visiting Montalvo Store on ebay.com.
Tribal, primitive, rustic, Burning Man, punk rock, conceptual subculture for the edgiest, most cutting-edge designs of jewelry today. Go to etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture, or one word, either by going to Google or search Etsy, ETSY.com, and type in one word, conceptual subculture. You will find the hottest designs using natural stones with wire wrap rings, rough, raw, genuine, semi-precious gemstone jewelry, solid sterling silver, copper, leather, orgonite, bracelets, pendants, chokers, men's copper cups with sterling accents, eco-friendly, repurposed, original, one-of-a-kind design earrings. Support MBN by going to Conceptual Subculture on Etsy. Go to Antique Obsessions for the hottest in jewelry, antiques, repurposed, solid sterling silver, one-of-a-kind, handmade by Bruce and Jaja. Go to our Facebook, which is Antique Obsessions, or you can go to Etsy.com and go to Antique Obsessions, one word, or type it into your Google and find us there. Thanks.
Bruce Montalvo.
Continues to spread conspiracy theories.
Penchant for promoting bogus conspiracies as though they were fact.
About his conspiracy theory.
This is CNN, a network of China broadcasting systems.
Bruce Montalvo is the only radio talk show host that's not controlled.
This seal is a symbol of good television. It signifies
Montalvo
that
Broadcasting Network
observes the high standards of programming and advertising recommended by the Television Code of the National Association of Broadcasters.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is June 28th, 2019, and it's a very special episode with a very special guest. Once again, making an appearance, one of his many appearances on the Bruce Montalvo Show, is the legend himself, the teacher. He is one of the first researchers into the Illuminati, that comes to mind. He's Jordan Maxwell. He's joining me right here on the line. Hello, Jordan.
Hello. Thank you for having me on.
Thank
you. Can you hear me all right?
I hear you loud and clear. Thank you for being on, Jordan.
Say again?
I said we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, that's the main thing.
Okay, so you've been working a lot with Gaia recently, right? You've been doing a lot of documentaries.
From Boulder, Colorado. I've been working with Gaia. I did 11 40 to 45 minute videos. And they're finally out on Gaia. You can go to Gaia and sign up, and you can watch all 11 of my videos I did for them.
Right, yeah. There are a lot of them having to do with sun gods and sun worship.
Well, a lot of them had to do with my kind of work, the kind of stuff I do, uncovering all the dark secrets of the world and who's doing what and how they're doing it, and has a lot to do with law and religion and government and banking and all the other ways in which we humans are being manipulated and screwed over and lied to. That's what I did for them.
Yeah, good. Sounds great. I definitely want to know how can our audience get to see those documentaries you made?
You just go on the web to Gaia, G-I-A-I, I think it is. How do you spell it, Gaia?
G-A-I-A. Gaia,
yeah,
right.
G-A-I-A, right, Gaia.
Like the goddess.
Gaia, you have to join it.
Right. So it's like a subscription.
For 3 months. I think it's something like $20 for 3 months. And you get 8,000 documentaries. 8,000 documentaries to watch. Beautiful, well done, beautiful documentaries. And there's over 8,000 of them. And I got 11 of them.
Wow.
And most people don't know that there's a massive, massive documentary channel called Gaia, in which they have all kinds of scientific and all kinds of strange subjects that they deal with. Over 8,000 different strange subjects to deal with, in which they have sometimes hour and 2 hour documentaries on all kinds of subjects to educate the human mind. And so they asked me if I would do some some videos, which I did. And so if you go to Gaia and join Gaia, you have to, I think it's like $20 for 3 months or something like that, $10 for 3 months, whatever it is. And then go type in Jordan Maxwell, and you will see all of my videos. They're all there for free. You sit and watch them all. And so I did that, but now I'm through. Now I'm back home. And
I'm back home.
I did Gaia, and that's done. And now I'm working on something else right now.
How's your research society going, the Jordan Maxwell Research Society?
That's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Sometimes it gets a little slow. People don't realize what I have there.
So much information. So much information.
I know, but most people don't know that. They don't know what I'm doing. They haven't got the faintest idea. And so they miss out.
Well, you got a whole lot of fans listening on my side here on the audience. You know, I have, Jordan, they're very excited that I have you on again.
Well, I appreciate it. That's very kind, and I thank you for that. I'm always happy to be on the show. And there's such an enormous amount of material that needs to be told. People need to know about. And I've come to a point where I don't know how many people there are who really care about their life. Myself, I've always wanted to know. I always cared to know. But I don't know if there's that many people today who even care about life.
Wow.
About what they're doing, about how they're living and where they're going and where they came from, and what's going to happen to the country, etc. And so I just do what I do. I try and educate people. I try and put the information out there. I don't know if anybody's listening or not. And I just do it because that's what I do. I've been doing it for 60 years. 60 years. And I'm getting kind of tired of doing it. I'm tired of trying to wake people up to educate themselves as to how the world actually works and what is actually happening to the world and why things are the way they are. It's a very, very powerful story about how the entire human race has been misled. And now it's time, I think, for people to wake up to what's really going on, and they have to do that themselves. I mean, I can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink.
That's right.
So,
speaking of jackasses, what do you make of today's Marxist political clown show? I mean, these Democrats that are so wacky.
Yeah, it's a wacky Marxist-Leninist Soviet Communist Party operating in America today. And happily, though, most people in America don't know the difference between a Marxist and a fried chicken. So that's why Marxist communism works so well in America. Nobody knows what it is, and nobody cares.
It's
Nobody knows, nobody cares, nobody's concerned about it because nobody knows what's going on anyway.
Right.
And so I try to educate people, wake them up to what's really going on, but most people don't know, and they don't care to know. And so that's why the country's in trouble, and that's why we're losing our homes, we're losing our markets, we're losing so much, we're just losing everything. And then when it's all lost and it's completely gone, then you can go to court and you'll really lose.
Oh, yeah.
Because the laws are stacked against you, everything is stacked against the Americans, and because there are certain people in this world that do not want the rest of the world to be free, to do their own thing and think for themselves. They don't want that. And so therefore, anybody who promotes the idea of education and knowledge and researching and wake up and do your own thinking and do your own research, those kind of people are looked down upon today.
Oh, yeah. No, they're targeted. You know, the intellectuals. I remember you saying if you're smart, you might want to keep your mouth shut because they're coming to club you.
That's right, because a lot of intelligent people are found dead in their homes.
Yeah.
They're found dead with bullet holes in the back of their head. Why? Because there are people who are very serious in our country today who do not want you thinking too much and promoting the idea for other people to think too much.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want you talking about anything like that. They want you to keep your mouth shut.
And that's what the platform they're running on, just annihilating freedom of speech. I mean, now I see why they got that smart meter on the side of your house, so you can't really even think of anything because they're controlling your mind. There's so many weapons they have.
Yeah, but most people don't care as long as the beer's cold and the Dodgers are playing. They don't care.
Dodgers are playing? How they doing?
And so as long as their favorite team is playing and they got cold beer and a hamburger, they don't care. People don't care what's going on.
It's the bread and circus, the classic bread and circus.
Yeah, it's a classic bread and circus. That's precisely right. That's what they did in the Roman Empire in the last days, is make sure that people have plenty to eat and drink and watch their television and watch the sports. So we have gladiator sports like everybody else, like the ancient Roman Empire had.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are wind chimes in the back. It sounds like you're opening magical doors of perception.
Say it again?
It sounds like you're opening magical doors of perception with the wind chimes you have in the background.
Yeah. And those are not my wind chimes. They're on the house I live at.
Oh, they sound beautiful. It sounds like we're at a park, just hanging out. No, Jordan, I have to ask you, UFO, paranormal, preternatural stuff, as you put it, it's in the mainstream now. Everybody's talking about it. Hell, the Pentagon's spending billions of dollars on these toys of theirs. It's gone mainstream now. It's everywhere. What do you make of that? And you're one of the pioneers of getting a lot of this information out there, early pioneers of it.
talking about UFOs and extraterrestrial and occult religions and secret societies and all of the conspiratorial apparatus operating around the world. I've been talking about this stuff for 60 years, since 1959, which next year will be 60 years. I've been talking about the world that we live in and where it came from and what's going on and where it's going and who's doing it and who runs the planet.
Long time, a long storied career of exposing this stuff. You know, you got me to read Charles Fort. I got a lot of his stuff now on my computer, and I'm looking at a lot of this stuff, and you know, they've been declassifying the UFO phenomenon since 1919, you could say, since the Charles Fort days.
You're right. That's interesting stuff, Charles Fort is.
Absolutely.
Very interesting stuff. And you can still buy the book today, and you can probably download it for free off the web. I don't know. I think you can.
Yes, they have audio books, the Book of the Damned, many of the classics. There you go. But I've seen the UFO stuff dates back to 1919. They've been showing flying saucers in 1919. And let's not forget the Nazis, who had the Foo Fighters and probably reverse engineered all that stuff or came up with it. I don't know. What's your take?
Well, I think UFOs have been around for tens of thousands of years. There are records in ancient Egypt about wars that were being fought in ancient Egyptians, in ancient Egypt, in which they talked about when they were on the field of battle, there were glowing discs, silvery discs that appeared in the sky over the battle.
Wow.
And the pharaohs did not know what they were, and the kings in Europe saw these great glowing discs, silver glowing discs, and the battles in Europe and Ireland and England. So, but we're talking about thousands of years ago, it's written. And that when Christopher Columbus was coming to North America, when he came to the Americas, he said just before he landed in Central America, just before he landed in the Americas, he said in his writings that, this is Christopher Columbus, said that there were glowing objects in the ocean, and they could see them moving around in the ocean.
He said he said they looked like menorahs.
Yeah, and he said they were in the ocean.
Wow.
And they came out and would take off into the sky at breathtaking speeds. And so, you got to ask yourself, what's been going on this earth for the past tens of thousands and millions of years? We have no idea in the world what's been going on this earth. Nobody ever tells us anything. We're like mushrooms. They keep us in the dark and feed us a bunch of PS.
That's right. Very well said. I got another UFO story for you from folklore, Jordan.
Yeah.
How about George Washington on Valley Forge, where he had supposedly an angel came in with a vision of the America of the futures? Have you ever heard of that one?
Yes, I did. I sure did.
Do you think that was an alien?
Well, obviously. Where would it come from?
Angel, alien, is that the same? Are they one and the same?
Of course they are. Of course they are. Angels and aliens. Angels are aliens.
That's right.
Why? Well, because where do angels come from? Angels come from out there. The angels are in heaven. Well, where is heaven? It's in the sky above you. That's called heaven. So when you look at night, you go out at night and look into the sky and see all the stars. What are you doing? You're looking into heaven. Heaven is the skies.
Right.
And so the angels are from heaven. They're from out there. They've come here from out there. And therefore you ask an 8-year-old child if you believe in God, yeah, where does God live? And they'll point to the sky. God lives out there.
Right.
And so anything that's out there implies that it comes from out there. God and the angels are extraterrestrial.
That's right. Well,
Note that obviously it has to be extraterrestrial because God was not born in Alabama or New York, and the angels did not come from Arizona or California. They came from out there.
Right.
And that happens. So therefore, if they came from out there, that I have to tell you, as difficult as it is to believe, God is an extraterrestrial. He's not from here. You're from here. He's not. It's not. Whatever God is, it's not from here.
Right.
And what the angel is, they're not from here. So they're from out there, whatever out there means. So it's quite an interesting story about the history of the human family on the earth and how far back the history of the earth really goes.
It truly is.
The earth goes back billions of years, at least 3.5 billion years ago. Somebody was on this earth that was creating handmade rings and bracelets and handmade artifacts.
We have those too on sale. Conceptual subculture. And
yeah.
Anyway,
so
go on.
Somebody was on this earth 3.5 billion years ago, creating handmade artifacts that we're finding today, especially in Africa. They found like 25,000 of these little circular metal objects that have cuts on them, and they are in strata. They were found in the earth when the miners were digging down into the earth in Africa. They found these little 25,000 of these little round little round metal things that were, it's on the web, you can see them. Right. They said it's in strata. It was down that far down into the earth where the earth was like 3.5 billion years old, which means somebody was creating these round steel and metal little balls 3.5 billion years ago.
Right. Well, you know the story also of Prometheus, where they formed humanity out of clay, right? I mean, the extraterrestrials made us out of clay and had us making little jewelry for them.
That's right. That's right.
That's what it sounds like to me. You know, Jordan, I've been seeing a lot of memes on the internet with your work on them pertaining to the birth certificate and the Social Security, how it's basically a barcode for you as being a product. And, you know, it's almost like we are under a reptilian overlord that they suck on the energy of you. Like, you know, work, for instance, is it's got etymology is war, and then a K, which means death. Yeah, I mean, the K stands for death. So, I mean, it's right there in the words. You've taught me to look at these things.
No. Yeah, I've been talking about this for some 40 years.
It's getting very popular now.
Yeah, well, but most people don't remember who started this, who started talking about it.
We got to remind them. That's what Jordan Maxwell's on the Bruce Montalvo show. You been on many other shows also. Great shows.
I appreciate it. I thank you.
That's right.
Yeah, it's quite a story about that. Probably one of the most incredible stories I've ever come across was what the United States is today, who we are today, as opposed to who we think we are.
Right.
We're not who we think we are. It's all a Hollywood movie. It's all Hollywood. It's all invented in Hollywood. And this whole idea of the American dream was all brought to us by Hollywood and motion pictures many, many years ago. And the motion picture put cameras and projectors. The motion picture industry was developed by the Jesuits. The Catholic Church developed what we call Hollywood.
That's right.
And the projectors were called the magic lantern. Go back and look it up in history, magic lantern. You'll find that the Catholic Jesuit order of priesthood called Jesuits, developed what they call a magic lantern. They put a candle in a box, and on one side of the box they have an opening, a round opening, in which they put a tube with a glass in it, and then they put a film, a piece of film, a negative film, or some kind of a film in front of the glass, and the light from the candle shined on the wall, and that was the very first time that humans discovered they could put an image on a wall for people to see.
Wow.
It's called the magic lantern. And from there, from the magic lantern, humanity began to develop what we call cameras, where we could promote videos, and we could see videos and pictures on a wall, on a screen. So it was the Catholic Jesuits, who gave us Hollywood.
Amazing. Jordan, do you believe the cameras, I've heard the folklore, do you believe that they can steal your soul, a camera? Many Indian tribes did. That's why I say.
Yeah, I know. I've heard them.
Crazy.
It wouldn't surprise me. That's why some Native Americans do not want to be photographed. There may be something to that. My gut feeling is based on what I watched and what I know.
Right.
And it wouldn't surprise me if there was something to that.
Well, I'll tell you, Jordan, the Jesuits have to be behind Hollywood because for over 50, 60, 70 years, the biggest movie star has been a 400-foot giant lizard that destroys humanity.
Yeah.
And then they call them Titans. And Titans are the Greek gods. So, I mean, more and more shows I'm seeing are just showing up with so much esoteric information that I think it goes way over and above people's heads. It really does.
Oh, of course it does. Of course it does. People have no idea in the world what's going on. And the word Catholic, people think that means a church. No, it's a word in Latin. Look up the word Catholic, and you will find that the word Catholic means universal. That's why you have universal service, universal health care, universal this, universal that, and universal studios. Because Universal Studios comes from the word Catholic. Catholic is universal. Therefore, air is Catholic. Water is Catholic because it's everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's air and there's water. So air and water are universal. So therefore, air and water is Catholic by dictionary definition. That's what the word Catholic means, universal. That's why we have a Universal Studios turning out motion pictures. This goes back to the Jesuits, the Catholic Church in America. And they're dazzling us with their magic that they're producing for us. But we have to pay for it. You have to pay money to go see the magic. And so they're propagandizing you, and you have to pay for it. So they make money propagandizing you. They make millions.
Oh, billions sometimes. Oh, with such terrible scripts also. You'd think they'd write better scripts. They can't act their way out of a wet paper bag nowadays, Jordan. Terrible actors also nowadays.
Oh, I know. Because the quality of humans has gone down.
That's
so
right.
bad.
That's right. No, I saw a test. I saw a test that you put up. Right. Let me tell you. I saw a test that you put up on your Jordan Maxwell Research Society, and it was a test from like 1878, and it looked almost impossible for anyone to do today, to solve that test.
That was for the fifth and sixth grade. Fifth and sixth grade students, in order to go to the next, go up higher in education, because education was always understood to be a 12-step program. Why? Because the sun walks across the sky in 12 steps. Mm-hmm. So those 12 steps were called Horus. Horus was the name of the sun god in Egypt. And when the sun came up, he was the risen Savior. Well, of course, the sun is your risen Savior. If the sun doesn't come up each morning, we're dead.
That's right. It also walks on water.
Yeah, well, it does. If you go out and watch it on the ocean in the Pacific at night, when the sun's going down, you're standing there on the ocean, on the beach, and you see the sun as it just barely touches the water. We say things like the sun is walking on water. Well, it is, to another way of speaking.
It's all metaphors. This whole Jesus character is basically a sun, just the revelation method, basically the sun. It's, right?
That's precisely right. The whole story of Jesus is the story of the sun worship, and the recognizing that the sun was the most powerful symbol in the world.
Right.
Because it's the only symbol that all the human races always use. The whole human race on the earth uses the sun. And without the sun, there would be no human race. There would be nothing living without the sun.
Right, and it's so close. It's so, on my own research, Jordan, I've concluded that the sun is so close. It's a lie that it's so far away. I see it very, very close to us here. And that could be, they talk about all this climate change. Well, it's just the sun up there being hotter than ever. That's all it is to me.
Well, that's what we're being told by the science today. It has nothing to do with the Earth warming up. It has to do with the whole solar system is warming up. Mm-hmm. It has to do with the sun. And so nothing we're going to do about this, the climate change. There's nothing we can do about it. It's not us. It's not the Earth. It's not that our gases and all that silly nonsense. It's the sun itself is heating up and causing all the planets to heat up.
Well, more importantly, our plane here. I mean, I've been looking at the news, Jordan, and Greenland is melting, and all those waters are going to flow down here. And I've also known of these maps that show America in the future. That's pretty much Florida's gone, and California has always been an island unto itself, but it's gone. These are apocalyptic. The reason I say it is because all these clowns, Marxists on TV running for Democrat. They're saying the world's going to end in 12 years. Well, I don't think people really understand why the Jesuits are making them say that. It might.
So if all the ice on the earth is melting, it's going to cover the earth with water. Mm-hmm. And what is the symbol for the next constellation of the zodiac where the sun is going? Today we're in the constellation of Pisces, the two fish.
That's right.
Today we're in the Piscean age. But what's the next one coming?
Aquarius.
Coming as Aquarius. And what is the symbol for Aquarius?
A pitcher and a whole lot of water being poured out of it.
That's right. A lot of water being poured out. And so the age of Aquarius is the age of the man with the pitcher of water, pouring water out onto the earth. And here we're talking about the glaciers are melting. There's going to be a lot of water on the earth.
Oh,
and
man.
Many years ago, they made a movie called Waterworld.
That's right.
And I think it was Kevin Costner was the star of Waterworld. And so I'm just watching the world progress in ignorance. The people have no idea where things come from. They don't care to know. They're not asking the right questions. They don't know what's going on. And I've been trying for all these many years, for 59 years now, almost 60 years, I've been trying to wake people up, to tell them to do their own research. And now today, with the advent of computers and the web, there's no reason why people should be so profoundly ignorant today.
They're even stupider today. It's amazing.
It is. Today you have huge libraries all over America. Beautiful libraries. You have the web, tens of millions of articles and all kinds of research material on the web that you can get for free, download whole books. I have over 15,000 reference books.
Wow.
Well over 15,000 reference books.
Incredible.
I have pulled down from the web, but on the web for free, or that big corporations have copied, and they put them out there for free. And so I've collected over 15,000 reference works on all the subjects that I deal with, from Illuminati, secret societies, Masonic orders, religion, government, banking.
It's amazing.
15,000 reference books. I've got them all.
Speaking of secret societies, Jordan, there are many female secret societies. I mean, the whole world seems to be focusing on everything female nowadays, or this, or more of this genderless kind of where you don't know who is what, right?
Yeah, I know.
But all these female secret societies behind that as well. You know, where they have the Order of the Eastern Stars and this Belizean Grove and the Rainbow Girls. So many of these occult female secret societies.
Yeah, you're right. And that's what they call C-O, co-mason.
Ah, a co-mason.
C-O.
Okay.
Co-masonry is the Masonic order around the world for women.
Wow.
And women are being sucked into secret societies. They have no idea what they're getting involved in, have no idea where any of it came from. And all of the politicians of Washington, D.C. are involved in secret societies and secret deals and handshakes and all kinds of dark stuff going on. And it's just incredible.
It really is, Jordan. And the definition of monster, right? I mean, it means human.
Yeah, that's right. If you look in the Law Dictionary on the human being, and in a law dictionary, a human being is referred to as a monster in law. You are a monster. And that's why there's a big national employment company. Which if you're looking for work, you go to this company. It's called Monster.
That's right.
Why? Because you're a human being looking for work. And you are by law considered to be a monster.
That is scary, Jordan. I'm telling you. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm not as all right as an 80-year-old can be.
You don't sound a day over 35, my friend. Just get a cold glass of water if you can. And I've been looking into so much of your research throughout the years. The name Sarah in the Bible. Everything seems to connect. I know they say all roads lead to Rome, but a lot of roads lead to India and Hinduism.
You're right.
A lot of these
Christianity,
codes.
and Judaism came directly from India. India is the home of Judaism and Christianity. India.
Right.
Most people have never even heard that idea expressed. Never heard it. But I'm telling you, if you do the kind of research I've done and go to the reference books in the libraries and do some research on it, you will find out that the whole of the Jewish religion came from India. It's all an India religion.
It predates it, the Hinduism. Right, and what I find very interesting, Jordan, is the name Sarah, Saraswati River, and then swastika. It's all kind of the same word, isn't it?
It is the same word. Abraham, all three religions today, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, all venerate Abraham. Well, in actual point of fact, Abraham never lived. There was no man named Abraham.
Right.
It's just a story.
Allegories.
The Bible is called the greatest story ever told. It's just a story. It never happened. There was no ancient Israel. There was no Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob. There was nothing. None of that actually existed. And this is what the atheists and humanists and people, educated people around the world, have been talking about for hundreds of years, trying to explain to the world that these ancient religions like Judaism and Christianity and Islam, all three come from India. And it's all part of an ancient system of belief. And most people have no idea, have never heard of any of this.
Right. It's an amazing story, being, it's made up. Jordan, everybody thinks we're all rah for the Republicans, but I remember you saying that the Republicans were a bunch of Nazis. And, I look at the elephant. The elephant goes back to Hinduism, and it has swastikas in the symbol. The elephant, it has swastikas on it. So, are the Republicans aware of that?
No, Republicans are not aware of anything. They don't know. Actually, I don't think they know that button from a hole in the ground. But the people who are the most ignorant are the Democrats.
Oh, yeah.
The Democrats are nothing more than a Marxist-Leninist Soviet communist operation in America. We had Soviet communism before the Soviet Union.
Right.
We were already a communist nation when we call ourselves Democrats. And that's why all the communist countries, if you go back in history, go back into the 50s, and you will see that all communist countries were called the People's Democratic Republic. We have the People's Democratic Republic of China, the People's Democratic Republic of North Korea, the People's Democratic Republic of Cuba. Everywhere where communism grows, it's the People's Democratic Republic. Well, that's what we have in America. We're spreading democracy,
right.
The democratic way of living. Democratic means Marxist communism, Soviet communism. In America, it's called the Democratic Party. That's why the Democrats hate the president. That's why they openly talk about killing the president. Can you imagine if anybody had suggested that they killed that ignorant, traitor, goofball, ass Obama,
who
was the savior of the world, who gave away under treason, under the criminal act of high crimes and treason against the republic, gave away all of America's money, gave away our land and our country, gave away everything. That was a traitor to this country.
He gave millions and millions of dollars, billions to Iran in a suitcase.
and sent millions of dollars to the Islamic. Al-Qaeda was supplying money, guns, and blades and armaments to Al-Qaeda so that they could kill other people around the world. Nobody knew Obama was helping to finance Al-Qaeda.
Oh, yeah.
Helping to send them guns and send them blades and knives.
He was a magnet for death, Jordan.
Yeah. And so he was a Democrat. He was spreading democracy.
I think he's too right-wing for these new ultra-left candidates they're putting out there that are even talking about slave reparations. I mean, they've gone truly insane.
Yeah. Always the Democrats are talking about giving money to the poor. You give the money to the poor blacks, give the money to the poor Native Americans, give money to this group, give money to that group. And that's why you have the Hispanic community or the gay community.
Community.
Thing is a community. Give
I
us
hear
the
it.
word communism. Communism is a community.
It's there.
And so the whole our world that we live in is a Marxist, Leninist, communist community. They live in a commune. And that's what a commune gives us our word communism.
Absolutely. No, they're right. They're waging war now. I mean, taking us towards Iran with false flags. I mean, you've seen that. I mean, that's just reminiscent of the Gulf of Tonkin, Jordan. I mean,
I remember. Yeah, you're right. It's just extraordinarily frightening to me how much the American people don't know. They have no idea in the world what words mean, what the terms mean. There are things called catchphrases. There are little tidbits of words and terms of what they mean. And you know, even today, kids do that today. Young people can do that today. They can sit right in front of their parents at their home and talk to other kids their age. And they're using terms that the adults don't know what they mean. And so you can sit there and listen to your son or your daughter and what they're talking to other kids their age. And they're using terms that you think are the silly words that the kids are using, but you don't know what they mean. And therefore you're finding out if your kids are talking about drugs and sex and all kinds of stuff going on that they're into, but they're talking about it in such a way you don't understand.
Oh, it's the destruction of language. They're destroying words. They're destroying the language, just like in 1984.
That's exactly right. That's what's happened. And so today, nobody reads, nobody cares, nobody studies anything, nobody seems to know anything. And so I understand what's going on. I've been talking about it for 60 years. So all I would say is that if anybody's interested in learning how this world really actually works, then go on my website. I've been doing it for almost 60 years, looking at the dark side of the human world we live in, where all the lies, the deception has come from, and movies, and religion, and churches, and synagogues, and mosques, and governments, and banks, and military. All the lies and deception has been going on for thousands of years. And I've got it all on my website. Go to Jordan Maxwell Show. It's very important. Those 3 words on my website, Jordan Maxwell Show. That's J-O-R, not G, not Gordon. It's Jordan, like the Jordan River.
Right.
Jordan Maxwell Show. And on my Jordan Maxwell Show, you will see a flyer that is promoting something called the Jordan Maxwell Research Society. Click on Jordan Maxwell Research Society and join it. It's just a small modicum fee, just a small little fee for a lifetime subscription. one-time joining, one-time is a lifetime subscription to all of the stuff that I've been looking at all my life, all the lives, the symbols, the flags, coins, harlotry, symbols of religion, government, banking, military, all of the dark subjects of the world most people have never seen ever. I've been talking about all of it for some 60 years, and I'm putting it all on my research website. So if you're really interested to do your own homework and find out what's really going on, go on my website, which is Jordan Maxwell Show.
You got
Just
it.
3 words.
Jordan Maxwell Show, Jordan Maxwell Research Society. If you have eyes and you're tired of them not seeing, if you have ears but you're tired of them not listening, go to Jordan Maxwell Research Society. Thank you, Jordan, for being on the show. Thank you so much. I'll bring you on as soon as I have another opening, which should be soon. Whenever you want, whenever you feel like you want to be on the program, everybody on my audience loves listening to you, Jordan.
Well, I appreciate it, and thank you for it. Let's do it again. We'll do another show soon.
You got it. I'll have to come visit you and have a cold beer and watch the Dodgers with you. How about that?
Okay.
Take it easy. Take it easy, my friend. That was the legend. Thank you, Jordan.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was the legend, Jordan Maxwell, the teacher, the esoteric master of paranormal research, Jordan Maxwell. And we're signing out. You've been listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. Be sure to visit us at all our great stores, Etsy.com/Antique Obsessions, Conceptual Subculture. We're on Poshmark, Poshmark.com, at Jaja Jewelry, at Anti-Culture, and support the Montalvo Broadcasting Network by shopping over at the Montalvo store, eBay.com, and eBay.com, Antique Obsessions. We're making all the beautiful little bracelets, been a great episode jewelry, just with like Jordan Maxwell. The aliens want us to make. I'm on every Monday, 9 p.m. Mountain Time, Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. You've been listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. Sayonara.
Montalvo Broadcasting Network.